posture. They slide up on the front of the bike.
See the smoke rolling off the 125s and the mud flying. Here we go.
From the inside, the Yamaha. That's a bold strategy there. If you can get to the first turn first, the guys at Yamaha with a bird's eye view there. It's the number 17, Cade Johnson, perhaps. Yeah, Cade Johnson, best start that I have seen him have, man. He wants to save his best for last. Cade Johnson with a 10 and a 3. I mean, anything can happen. We've seen some crazy, crazy finishes wind up with an overall. The number 19 in the number 2 spot, that would be Christian Merman. Standard. So Cade Johnson out front, Christian Merman in the house as well. Top 2 finishes, or top 2 running order. Address the racetrack yet again. So the whole shot is credited to Cade Johnson from Hideaway, Texas, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. Hide away, run away. There is Cade Johnson. He now has a Husqvarna in tow.
Cade Johnson, I got to give him a shout out for the social media game. That dude is on it.
Yeah, he's super smart.
He's got the whole marketing staff working with him.
Very, very bright kid when you do talk to him. Family's very, very nice, very humble kid.
Ringing out that 125.
Ringing it out. This is what we expect to see out of Cade Johnson. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there. That was our second place rider. Cade is trying to run away from that. Slowly turning this racetrack around.
Here they come, buzzing past the announcer's tower. And good battle right there.
The 51 and the 68 going at it there for that second place.
Inaki Abaruzia. I get it right?
Yeah, I think
close.
So. And we had a pass there by the number 68. He is now your second. So that's going to be Cade Johnson out front there on the number 17 Yamaha.
Gavin Batson on the 68. Inaki Abruzua, pardon me, in third. Nathan Abbott fourth. Landon Hart's fifth. Clark Robbins, one of our early Moto winners. In fact, he and Tiger Wood were tied, and Tiger Wood nor him up towards the front of the field. There's Tiger Wood coming through in 18th, so we better start chopping some wood. Cade Johnson goes through and into the 10 Commandments, so we are kind of paying attention to the progress of Tiger Wood and Clark Robbins. Robbins up to the number 6 spot. So Clark Robbins, even with the 6th place running, is good enough for a championship. So he's got a 2, a 1, and now a 6. And we assume he might progress a little higher in the field.
Man, watching the pack come through the 10 Commandments, it's throw out everything you know, boy. Just go out there and survive.
Yeah, it's a balancing act for sure. Trying to find some form of hard ground to hook up with.
So taking a look here at our first and second moto, Albuza had a DNF in his first moto and a 21st in his second, so he is coming out here firing here in moto number 3.
If it were to end now, Clark Robbins would take your overall. Cade Johnson would be in the number 2 spot, and Tiger Wood on that number 43 gas ride would be your 3rd place ride.
So bad starts had besieged the number 17 of Cade Johnson, and he should have a nice little Instagram post for you.
There you go.
With this moto win.
He'll be dialed. He'll be dialed. Tiger Wood with a 1-2 coming into it, and where's he at?
He is in 18th last lap around, so he has got a ton of work to do.
He can do it.
A big battle coming into the finish line turn right about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, one of the front runners goes down there. Not our leader, but that was from 3rd or 4th place, I believe. So Carter Malcolm now jumps up to the number 2 spot. Nathan Abbott, Owen Koval, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, Gavin Batson actually, I saw off camera, he went down.
Is that who went down?
That is who went down. So there he is. He finally checks in the number 9 spot, but he dropped significantly.
Look who's falling down the charts too.
Inaki
Abarzua.
Oh, still has not checked in.
Nope, still falling down. Tiger Wood picks up 1 spot on that lap. So things just not going the way Tiger Wood had hoped they would. 2-1, 1-2 score. Didn't even mean to do that.
See what you did there.
I know.
Normally the line is who would, Carson would, right?
What's that?
I said normally the line is who would, Carson would.
He would. He's chopping
right
wood.
now. Thinking about it this morning, you know, you like a longer moto, you got a little more time. If you mess up, you can fix it. You can fix that mistake. But, man, with the shorter motos, it all comes at you better have a good start, and you better be in the fight early, and you really can't afford to make a single mistake.
No, and this racetrack will for sure bring out mistakes. Kate Johnson, though, looks like he's just handling it just fine as he goes into the left-hander around that big beach sweep. These kids starting to launch some of these bigger jumps. I wonder if he'll jump this big boy here. Probably not a good idea. I bet it's cupped out of the face of it as he works his way right towards us here in the announcer's tower.
Look at that clean front number plate. Mercy sakes.
Hey, man, that'll make that drive home so much better. Going home with a Moto win. You know, Mom and Dad, I think his grandparents travel with him. Super cool people. And they are just the biggest fans, as they should be, obviously. There's the number 95, Carter Malcolm. Great ride for him. Number 45 with a handoff, like doing something, trying to get some mud off. There's Justin Turner, one of our Fast House athletes there. Fonzie, that's your guy. Locked him up, I guess, around. He's from Texas, little Texas guy.
Christian Merman behind him in the 8 spot. Gavin Batson, last we saw, at least in the number 9 spot. See if he's on the move. Cohen Jackman rounding out that top 10. 3 laps completed now. Still Johnson, Carter Malcolm, Nathan Abbott. There's Owen Koval, Ryder Thompson. Things seem to be settling in place right now, Kevin Kelly.
Yeah, it looks like a 204 is the fast way around the racetrack. 204 for Cade Johnson and Carter Malcolm. Keeping up with the progress of Cody Harrington. He's up to the number 12 spot. And that is lap number 3.
Gregory Jordan and Thorpe Howell, Wyatt Bass check in there, 13th, 14th, 15th. We're following Carter Malcolm on Racer TV. There's some good battles out there late in this one. Right now, after 3, again, it'd be Clark Robinson, Cade Johnson, and Christian Merman would be 3rd. So Merman right now, he's sitting in 8th. So he must be a little further back than what he had those first couple of motos.
Let's look at our championship. Clark Robbins in control with a 2, 1, and a 10. So Clark, man, he's dancing with the devil here.
Oh, for sure.
10, so that is 13 points. And then Cade Johnson can't do much. He needs some help. Cade has a 10 and a 3 and a 1. So they both have 10s. They both have a 1. And the difference is a 3rd and a 2nd. That's unbelievable. They're 1 point apart.
That's nuts.
And if you would have told Cade that, he would have been like, "What are you serious?
Are you crazy?
Are you serious, Clark?"
Are you serious, Clark?
Yeah, Clark Robbins is very serious. So Gregory Jordan moving up to 13th, along with his Fast House teammate Wyatt Bass. I call you a delicious bass. Wyatt Bass out of, I believe, Tennessee. Gregory Jordan out of Georgia.
It's crazy. I was thinking of looking through our announcer sheets, our results this morning, and I've never seen so many different riders who, hey, I had a top 5 in Moto 1. I had like a 37th in Moto 2. And the flip of that, too, where Moto 1, it was like a guy had 25th. Oh, I got a 5th place. And I think, like, as crazy as today is, and as much as you may not want to go out there,
anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Like Cade Johnson's got a 10th. There's no chance he thought that when he got that, he's like, well, that was a good run. This year's over.
But here we are.
Now he is 1 point behind, I believe, Clark Robbins. Well, Clark has now got a 7th, so
yeah, he just moved up. Yep.
So he picked up a few spots, which helps his championship. So, and if you were to tell Clark right now, hey, bud, you can stay right there. You're going to be the champion. But they probably not doing that math. But they have that information over there at the mechanics area.
That's also true. Austin Schaefer, mistake out there. I did not see him go down, but maybe it was off the machine. Falls back to the 11th spot. Opens up the window for several riders getting around him.
So the overall, again, it looks like Clark Robbins, Cade Johnson, and Christian Merman as they run. If you were to freeze the field, Merman with a 3, 6, and a 9. And I believe the Goose did drink some wine as well.
Why not? 2-lap card out, by the way, I believe. Yes, 2-lap card out.
Wrapping it up. Put a bow on it. So Cade Johnson doing exactly everything he can do to win this moto and going after a championship, but going to need some help as Clark Robbins. And what happened to our buddy Tiger Wood?
Oh, yeah, back in 21st place.
Oh.
And I wonder if that was who I just saw getting pulled off. There was a gas machine being towed off the side of the track.
Could be. We won't know until the end once he starts falling down the score here.
All right, leader. White flag. Cade Johnson checking in now.
Sans goggles for that rider. No number plate on this motorcycle here. That would be the 61. Trying to save some weight.
Ooh, Owen Koval with the pass on Nathan Abbott. So Koval will move into the 3 spot with the white flag out. That puts Owen up into the number 4 position as far as the overall is concerned.
Owen Koval has a 7, 11, and a 3.
Yep, just looked at that, man. It's nuts. 7, 11, and 3, and it's right there for a 4th OA. Austin Schaefer back on the move. Good for him.
Carter Malcolm just went down, our 2nd place rider in the 10 Commandments. He just got that bike up and running, so the number 95 having some bad luck. There is our leader, though, Cade Johnson out of Hideaway, Texas, got the whole shot. He's like, that's what I wish I'd have done all week, man. He had to fight through traffic.
Hey, outside of the mud, from some lappers he's getting around, that bike is clean. This has pretty well been a flawless race for Cade Johnson. What do we say? Have a good start, minimize mistakes, and survive. He's done that so far.
And Mikey, I'm quite surprised at how well we have been able to tame this track.
Yeah, dude, it's something else. You look at just the last 3 days, and we mentioned it earlier, you know, there's been years past, hey, we had to cancel an afternoon or we had a day of rain, but 3 days in a row like this is
man.
just...
That's taxing on the equipment, the operators, the families, everybody getting around.
But we were saying this morning, like, you know, this is one of those 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you're going to talk about, remember 2023? I was so angry, but my God, I won a championship. It was the greatest year ever. If it rained every year, I'd be happy.
That's a very happy young man right there. Cade Johnson nails down the 3rd and final moto in this 125 junior, 12-17. And that'll be good enough for a 2nd place finish, and we'll watch Clark Robbins to see if he comes through. And that really is where the championship lies, Clark Robbins and this moto finish. Ryder Thompson comes through for his 6th lap, as does Carter Malcolm, and Clark Robbins will come through in the number 6 spot on the 6th lap. Good enough for a championship. Clark Robbins is your national champion in this 125 junior 12-17 class. Heck of a ride. We should have Cade Johnson in the number 2 spot overall, and then Christian Merman on the number 19. Again, tough break for the number 95 as he goes down on that last lap. Carter Malcolm. These little guys are racing all the way to the finish line. There's Thor Powell charging through. As we get ready to celebrate the happiest place at the racetrack, the podium with Cade Johnson, Owen Koval, Nathan Abbott. That's your top 3 for the moto. But the championship is Clark Robbins. Cade Johnson finishes 2nd in the championship, and Christian Merman. That'll do it for the tower. We're going to get ready to send it down to Jason Wygant.
All right, he said, cool, I got the whole shot. Didn't even realize. Yamaha man pulls through to win the moto, the gold. Let's hear it for Cade Johnson. He got it right. Good job. It was a tight off the start. You weren't sure you got the whole holy there?
Yeah, I jumped. I shot out like a bottled rocket, and I kind of was a little bit hesitant in the first turn. The track is super, super slick because they scraped all the mud off, so it's just rock solid bottom, and it's wet, so it's really, really slick. And in those conditions, you have to get a start, and that's exactly what I did. Honestly, the entire moto, I was just kind of cruising 70%, and I ended up winning. The other motos, I was going 100%, and I got like third. So I'm super happy for this win. Can't thank the whole National Chef Association team enough. And thank you, everyone. I'd like to thank National Chef Association, Ed Torrance, Donnie Luce, Danny Lewis, Blue Crew, Rock River, Parts Unlimited, Bell Helmets. Oh, my trainer is BJ Burns. Huge shout out to him. I won this for his little boy Ashton. He deserves it. And then MTF let me come out, Brian, Colleen, Swanamex, my mechanics, Caleb, Robert, my dad, Ed, Jake, everyone that's helped me. Monster Energy, Dunlop tires for shooting out great. I think I'm running a MX-14. It's hard bottom right now, but it worked out just fine. And Dunlop tires, Bell Helmets, Parts Limited, Moose Racing, Alpine Stars, EVS, JYTR, Yamalu, everyone that's just helped me get to this point, FMF, and everyone else, thank you so much.
There it is, our moto winner, Kate Johnson. Awesome, Cade. We got to move the 17 off. We'll move the championship bike up. I'll look for our second place finisher, Owen Koval. We'll talk to him. We'll talk to third. We'll crown our champion. So Owen Koval, if you want to come up and take the silver. Nathan Abbott, if you want to come up and take the bronze. Owen. Good. All right, here we go. Owen Koval, second place. I'm going to come out front here. I'm going to kick this stand back so they can wheel the number 9 up. They keep doing track maintenance. Is it any good still?
Not really. It's just getting worse and worse. It's really slick, hard groove. Yeah, not too much better at all.
Yeah. How'd that moto go for you, Owen?
I was good. I started probably 15th and then made a few mistakes and just kept charging until the end.
Cool. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, my mechanic Justin, MTF, Colleen, Lil B, Jacob, HBI, Racing, Factory Connection, Dunlop, MX Tire, O'Neill, 100%, 6D, Gardner Racing, and I'm drawing a blank, sorry. Everyone else, thank you.
All right, Owen Koval, second place. If you want to bring the number 4 bike on up, I will find Nathan Abbott and talk to him real quick, and then we will clear the decks for our champion, Nathan Abbott, if you want to come on up. And there is the Hunter Racing team bringing the bike up. Chris has raced a bunch himself this week, so the push up to the podium is a little bit tough. He is sore. I mean, you've logged some motos of your own. All right, let's talk to our third place finisher, Nathan Abbott. Well, you did it. You persevered to the mud and got a podium. It had to be tough.
Yeah, no, it was pretty tough. It was really slick out there. The first lap, I almost fell about 5 times, but my main goal was just to get a good start and not fall, and I managed to do that, and yeah, got third.
Who do you want to thank, Nathan?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad. Before I came here, I trained with Robbie Raynard, which helped me a lot, and also Buddy Antonez for training me when I'm back in Cali. I'd like to thank Fox, Monster Army 100%, Maxim Oils, Throttle Syndicate, FMF, Clover Hill Suspension, and my mechanic, and everyone else, thanks.
All right, there it is, Nathan Abbott, your bronze medalist. Got to hook up the mechanic. All right, let's bring up our national champ and the number 1 plate with it. And this is a really exciting one. This is a privateer level team that got the job done in the 125 class. They tell me they got to actually bring this bike back to race another moto later today. Let's bring up our new national champ and Mike Burkeen from the AMA to give him the number 1 plate. Let's hear it for Clark Robbins. Excellent job. Burkeen's happy because he represented Team USA over in Romania, right? Yep. And dude, mud races, you don't want to be back in the back like that, but you were in the back.
Yeah, I got off to a decent start, but I was trying to come through the pack, and then Hearts fell in front of Thor, and then I hit Thor when Thor fell, and I just went over the bars, so I got back up as quick as I could.
Were you worried at that point?
Yeah, I was. I was just trying to get as many kids in front of me as I could.
And you did it. What about the mud riding skills, man? Where's that come from?
I don't know. I usually just ride it. I like sand pits. There's usually muddy woods. I ride in. I enjoy it.
All right, cool. What's this mean for a guy like you to make this kind of breakthrough, your team and all that? And you got another one you could get later too.
Yeah, it means a lot to me and the whole team. Like I worked my butt off all summer and all last year. I got fourth and ninth last year, so I was hoping I was coming and winning this year.
You did it. All right, who do you want to thank, man?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, especially my mom for bringing me to all the races this year, and Hunter Racing, Fly, SKDA Pro Taper, Exhale, and everyone else, Moto Sandbox, and everyone else. Thank you.
There it is, your national champ in 125. Hold it up, Clark Robbins.